welcome to Renew by Down to Earth Ministries. My name is Isaiah Powell. I'm the founder and director here at DTEM, and I'm going to be your host for today's episode of Renew. As we continue on in this little mini-series we're doing on the attributes of God. And last time we looked at that He is sovereign and that He is omnipotent. And so if you want to go back and listen to those, you can go back to last week's episode of Renew. If you're listening to this via podcast, or you can go to dteradio.com and find Renew, and then the Attributes of God mini-series. And today we're going to be jumping back in and looking at a few more attributes of God. The third attribute that we're looking at in this series is omniscient, coming from the root word science, meaning knowledge, and the prefix omni, meaning all. Therefore, omniscient is all-knowing. And we see that He knows all things in 1 John chapter 3, verse 20. It says, "For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart, and knoweth all things." He knoweth all things, even more than our heart knows about ourselves. God knows all things. In 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 15, we see the infinite understanding of God. It says this, "Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite and beyond our comprehension." Psalm 139, verse 6 says, "Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain unto it." There's more examples of this beyond comprehension in Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 through 9, and Romans chapter 11, verse 33. The knowledge of God is beyond our comprehension. As Psalm puts it, too wonderful for me. It's too high, cannot attain. And God is also perfect in knowledge. Job 37, verse 16 says, "Dost thou know the balancings of the clouds, the wondrous works of Him which is perfect in knowledge?" Talking about God, asking, do we know the balancings of the clouds, the wonderful works of God who is perfect in knowledge? Can we understand His plan for creation, His plan for the clouds, His plan for the sky, His wondrous works? No. But He does, because He's perfect in knowledge. In Isaiah chapter 40, verses 13 through 14, we see that it isn't just knowledge that He has, but that He has always known. It says this, "Who hath directed the Spirit of the Lord, or being His counselor hath taught Him? With whom took He counsel, and who instructed Him, and taught Him in the path of judgment, and taught Him knowledge, and shewed to Him the way of understanding?" And the answer to that is no one. No one had to teach Him. God just knows. He has always known. And that knowledge of His is perfect. It's infinite and beyond our comprehension. He is omniscient. He's also omnipresent. The word there being present. And again, that omni, meaning all. He is all present. We can see this in 1 Kings chapter 8, verses 27. It says this, "But will God indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens cannot contain thee. How much less this house that I have builded." Speaking of the temple. This temple, this one building that would serve as the house of the Lord, could not contain God because He's everywhere. Jeremiah 23, verse 24 says, "Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord." He is omnipresent. He's also holy. The basic idea for the word holy is separation. To say that God is holy is to say that He is set apart from everyone else. He is pure and perfect. God is separate. He is holy. In a metaphysical sense, He is separate. Exodus chapter 15, verse 11 says, "Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praise, doing wonders?" Who is like God? Who compares to Him? None. He is separate from any comparison. He is separate from every other God, every other being, because He is holy. And He's also separate in a moral sense. 1 John 1:5 says, "This then is the message which we have heard of Him, and declare unto you, that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. And we know that's not true for any of us, anyone else. There is darkness, there is sin, there is bad. But in God is light and no darkness. He is separate in this moral sense. He is holy. And he's also loving. Love is a part of God's very nature. It's not just something that he chooses to have, but it's something that is in him. It is him. God is love. And it's unconditional. Hosea 14:4 says, I will heal their backsliding. I will love them freely, for mine anger is turned away from them. Unconditional. He would love them freely. And his love is constant. The Bible also says, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? It is constant. Nothing can separate us from the love of God. And it's unusual. 1 John 3:1 says, behold what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. It is unusual. What manner of love? It's not a common love. It's unusual. That love that the Father has for us. It surpasses knowledge, as we can see in Ephesians 3:19. Romans chapter 5 tells us in verse number 6 that he loves the ungodly. And verse number 7 that he loves the righteous. And in verse number 7 also the good. And in verse number 8, sinners. And in verse number 10, enemies. Ephesians 2:4 says, but God, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, all of us, the ungodly, the righteous, the good, the sinners, the enemies, he loved us all. Though we were undeserving, that all-knowing, always present God loved us. And that's all for this episode of Renew. Until next time, as we finish up this mini-series on the attributes of God, goodbye and God bless.